The chapter begins as Wukong and his companion Baji climb the flaming mountains, a dangerous area filled with corpse-like enemies and strange coffin carts blocking their path. These carts are pushed by eerie, undead figures, and Wukong and Baji must fight their way through these, facing them head-on. As they progress, they encounter a powerful warrior who serves the Bull King, ruler of these lands. He informs Wukong and Baji that they need to conquer the 5 elemental cards to move forward, and each one will test their strength and resolve. Along the journey, Wukong and Baji meet Ping Ping, the daughter of the Fox Queen, who was killed long ago by Wukong and Baji. Ping Ping is initially trapped by enemies and full of mistrust. Wukong and Baji fight off the floating heads, which are minions of the Red Boy, to free her. Though Ping Ping is freed, her emotions are complicated. She is angry because Baji and Wukong were responsible for her mother's death, and Baji shows no regret, doesn't apologize. This creates some tension between them, and they decide to work together to deal with the new threat, Red Boy. Ping Ping explains that Red Boy, the son of the Bull King, has started a rebellion in the Flaming Mountain. To gather more information, Wukong disguises himself as a golden soda, a mystical creature, and sneaks into the meeting between Ping Ping and the Keeper of the Flaming Mountains, who controls the flames of the mountains, and is secretly in love with the figure named Rakshasi. The Keeper warns Ping Ping to leave before things get worse. However, Wukong's cover is blown when Baji accidentally gives away their position. This leads to a difficult battle between Wukong, Baji, and the Keeper of the Flames of the mountain. After a long and tough fight, Wukong and Baji finally manage to defeat the Keeper and push forward. As they climb higher, Wukong and Baji finally reach the King of the Flaming Mountains, who is none other than the Bull King himself. However, when they meet him, the Bull King is in poor health and seems weakened by years of guarding the powerful relic. The Bull King reveals a tragic story from the past. Long ago, he was close to son Wukong, the original Monkey King, and held him in his arms as he died. Since then, the Bull King has been protecting a relic inside his body, waiting for the right time to pass it on. His goal was to keep the relic safe from falling into wrong hands, especially those of his son, Red Boy. The Bull King's health is deteriorating, and he prepares to give the relic to Wukong, but just as he is about to do so, Red Boy arrives and catches the relic. At first, Red Boy appears in disguise, pretending to be Ping Ping, using a magical fan to extinguish the flames around them, but soon he reveals his true form and sheds the disguise. Red Boy is furious that his father is willing to hand the relic over to Wukong, but something more powerful is at play. During the confrontation, Red Boy undergoes a terrifying transformation. He becomes the Yaksha King, a monstrous being of immense power and rage. The Yaksha King is a brutal force of destruction, fueled by his anger and his desire to claim the relic for himself. The transformation is a symbol of Red Boy's descent into madness and his willingness to destroy everything, including his own family, to gain the ultimate power. As the Yaksha King falls, Rakshasi, Red Boy's mother, appears and begs Wukong to spare his son's life. Red Boy makes a desperate decision. In a final tragic moment, Red Boy decides to self-destruct, taking the 5 relics that Wukong had collected with him. Chapter 5 ends on a somber note. Wukong has succeeded in defeating Red Boy and claiming the 5th relic, but at what cost? The Bull King is dead. The Red Boy has destroyed himself, leaving behind a broken family and a path of destruction. Wukong moves forward, but the emotional weight of this chapter's events hangs heavily over him. The story is far from over, and the challenges ahead of Wukong will only become greater as his journey continues.